Zied has been acting so strange lately. So he's sitting out under the canopy and he's on his phone. I'm scared he's gonna see me. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's with a woman.
So the last time we saw Rebecca and Zied, things had taken a really weird turn. Despite Rebecca being 52 years old at the time, despite her having a partial hysterectomy, the pair were discussing having a child. Now, with IVF being forbidden under Zied's religion, Islam, their preferred alternative option was for Zied to marry another woman and impregnate her, something which, remarkably, Rebecca seemed willing to go along with.
What if you marry her only in the mosque? You do the Islamic wedding.
Yes, that's true. Okay.
And then she could carry the baby.
But when we joined them in the latest episode of 90 Day Diaries, we learned that much to Rebecca's relief, that didn't go ahead. But how does Zied feel about it?
About 6 months ago, we decided to look into whether or not we wanted to have children.
I'm sad actually because we don't have a kid, but Rebecca is enough for me.
Now, it looks like the pair have also shelved the conversation about adopting a child, which you've got to say is a shame because for the first time in maybe their entire relationship, they both seem to have stable income and housing. Yeah, Zied is employed after a very short stint working at a furniture store. He's since taken all the certifications needed and landed a job in the HVAC industry. Things seem to be going well for both of them. I mean, Zied's not constantly trying to return back to Tunisia every few months, which is something. So things are going well. They're happy, right? Right?
We just celebrated 4 years of wedded bliss. We're happy.
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah.
I am so happy.
I'm happy.
It's the way he puts his arm up as if she's about to beat him. Gosh, Zied, blink twice if you need us to save you. So are these two really as happy as Rebecca wants us to believe? Or are they just pretending? Well, keep hold of that thought because it's something we're going to come back to shortly. Now, as I'm sure you no doubt recall, from the very beginning of this relationship, Rebecca has always been incredibly insecure. Not only has she been super jealous about other women, in particular younger women, but she's also constantly just been waiting for him to abandon her. It's preoccupied her thoughts from the very beginning, most likely because of past trauma. You see, her ex-husband, who was from Morocco, cheated on her. So what with a 22-year age gap? This time round, Rebecca has held on to her man. She's held on to Zied with a pretty tight leash.
Who are you meeting tomorrow night?
Oh, I'll go meet one of my friends work with me. You want to go bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed.
But, and here's the thing, Rebecca doesn't believe her husband. She doesn't believe that he's just meeting a friend. So, in secret, she records herself in the bathroom, sharing her belief that Zied's behaviour has changed recently. From acting more secretive, from privacy screens on his phone, to disappearing in the middle of the night. Something isn't quite right, she says.
Zied has been acting so strange lately. Every single night, he's like, do you want to go to bed? And then get back up and disappear for another 30 minutes.
Rebecca says that Zied insists that they both go to bed early, and then when she falls asleep, he'll sneak out of bed, often multiple times throughout the night. Now, this, combined with the fact that he's going to a bar to meet a friend, something that he never normally does, has her on edge. So, with worry and suspicion in her mind, tonight, Rebecca decides that she's going to record Zied and bring us along for the ride. And guess what? Like clockwork, he gets up out of bed, sneaks downstairs, and Rebecca follows him.
So he's sitting out under the canopy and he's on his phone. I'm scared he's gonna see me.
What is he doing in secret on his phone late at night? I mean, it does look suspicious, but keep in mind, Zied, at least as far as we know, has never given Rebecca a reason not to trust him. Like, for all we know, he might be communicating, he might be calling his family back in Tunisia. Maybe he just doesn't want to wake her. Or, of course, as Rebecca immediately fears, perhaps he's doing something a bit more sinister.
I don't want to be paranoid, but my ex-husband from Morocco cheated on me. And now everything that's happening with Zied is starting to feel like deja vu.
Yeah, Rebecca's insecurities, not for the first time, are getting the better of her. Now, we know Rebecca is preoccupied with trying to look younger, right? We know that she's famous for using filters. And while there's no doubting that she's young at heart, could it be that I'm just not young enough, she says. I know Zied says that he's okay with the fact that we can never have kids, but is that really the truth? Is he beginning to change his mind, she asks.
I know Zied said that it doesn't matter that we can't have kids together. It's still a huge insecurity for me. I can't help but worry, is he talking to a younger woman?
So, with a very clear lack of trust in her husband, we join Rebecca the following evening, and tonight is the night that Zied is going out to the bar. Now, as Zied leaves to supposedly get drinks with his colleague, Rebecca is determined to know what's really going on, and she ropes in some help from her willing accomplice, her daughter-in-law Laura. The pair decide that they're going to follow Zied, and you've got to say, Zied is looking pretty dressed up for what's supposed to be casual drinks with a work friend.
You look really, really nice. It's a guy, right? I'm just saying.
Of course, good.
I don't know, maybe Rebecca is right. I mean, the Zied that we know has always had a more comfort over fashion kind of style. And yet, when you compare that to what he's wearing tonight and what he normally wears, he is looking suspiciously well-groomed, well-dressed tonight. Now, don't forget, in a past life, in a previous career, Rebecca used to work as a private investigator. Which, I mean, you've got to say, is the perfect job role for someone who seems to be as suspicious as she is. But, she tells us, because of my experience as a PI, I know all the warning signs to look out for that a man is cheating.
They will start caring about their appearance. They'll start running errands frequently. And they'll use that time to call the person they're having an affair with.
Now, as Rebecca and Laura check on Zied's phone location, Laura reveals that she's always thought that Zied was lovely, but, she says, even I have to admit that he has been acting a little suspicious lately. But, suspicious or not, the question is Rebecca crossing a line here? Is she betraying her husband's trust by following him? Again, Zied has never given her a reason to believe that he has a wandering eye. I mean, could this all just be a misunderstanding? Could this all be caused because of Rebecca's unhealed trauma?
Are you effing kidding me right now?
What?
That is the place I caught my ex from Morocco. Cheating.
Come on, I mean, what are the chances of all the bars in Georgia? What are the chances that Zied is cheating at exactly the same bar that Rebecca caught her ex-husband cheating? You've got to imagine the odds of that happening are pretty low, aren't they? Well, as the ladies arrive, they immediately spot that Zied's Jeep is parked in the bar's car park. Now, Laura gets out of their car to go and see if Zied is in his car, and that is when Rebecca's whole world comes crashing down.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he's with a woman.
Uh-oh, is this the male work friend that Zied said that he was meeting? It doesn't look good, does it? Now, let's take a step back and actually figure out what we're seeing here. We've got Zied and a blonde lady, clearly a lady that's closer in age to Zied than Rebecca is, walking together in the car park, right? And they definitely look like they know each other. But, crucially, there's no signs of intimacy, right? They're not holding hands, they're not hugging or kissing. Either way, Rebecca has immediately jumped to conclusions. This is her worst nightmare. And as we know, given her insecurities about her age, the fact that the lady is younger than her is freaking her the f*** out.
I feel like I want to die. He just walked by the car with her. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up and pass out.
Now, remember, we haven't seen any signs of intimacy, and also Rebecca used to be a PI. She should know better than anyone the importance of proof, right? Sticking around until you actually see something incriminating. And yet, inexplicably, she decides there and then that she doesn't want to see any more. She's not ready to confront Zied. Instead, she just wants to leave. She wants to go back to Laura's house. So does the scenario look bad? Yes, it does. But equally, could it be that Rebecca's jumping to conclusions? Yes, that could also be a possibility. At a time where she needs to speak to her husband, confront him, get some answers, Rebecca instead decides to run away, ignore Zied's text messages, and ask her son if she can stay at his house for the next few days. In her mind, she's determined that her marriage is over. It's done and dusted.
Obviously, my husband is cheating on me, and I just need a minute. I just need to try to figure out what I'm going to do next.
No, Rebecca, it's not obvious that he's cheating on you. You have no proof. Look, far be it for me to say, right, but there is something a bit fishy going on here, isn't there? Like, I don't quite know if I'm buying this storyline, is what I mean to say. We've got a man who used to be an actor back in Tunisia, a man that we know definitively wants to get back into acting. We've got a lady who used to be a PI, but now all of a sudden has forgotten the importance of proof. Not to mention, on top of that, there is a suspicion that maybe she needs money. What do I mean by that? Well, she's been asking for donations from fans to help fund a GoFundMe campaign. A campaign which I've got no idea about the merits of it, but I know it hasn't reached the money that it wants to reach. And now, if I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat, we've got a storyline that certainly seems dramatic enough. It's worthy of more airtime, more exposure, more time on the show. But is it actually real? I'm going to say it, I think this is fake. Now, if you disagree with me, I'm open to other interpretations. Let's discuss it down in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, if you've watched more than a couple of my videos this week, please consider hitting that subscribe button. But either way, real storyline or not, when Zied figures out that Rebecca has left their marital home, he shows up at Rebecca's son's house to find out what's going on, and immediately he starts getting questioned. They treat him as if he's guilty. Who were you with tonight, Zied? They ask.
One of my friends worked with me. Why?
Female?
No, it's male.
They saw you with a female.
Oh, says Zied, but then he magically remembers that there was a female there. Ah, I know what you're talking about, he says. You must have seen me with my colleague's wife. It was out in the parking lot, right? Yeah, my colleague was in the bathroom. We were just waiting for him to get out.
She's with my friend.
Where was your friend?
He's inside in the bathroom.
Is that a plausible excuse? Well, yeah, it is, but at the same time, if wives were invited, why is it that he didn't take Rebecca with him? And speaking of Rebecca, when Zied does finally get let into the house to go and speak to his wife, after she also questions him and admits that they followed him, it's then Zied's turn to get upset.
You just follow me for real?
I saw you, Zied. You were with a woman.
What woman you talk about? She's wife, my friend. How you follow me? You do this so you don't trust me.
Now, Zied sounds angry, but he doesn't sound surprised. He's not surprised. Like, if this isn't a fake storyline, then I guess it just goes to show that he knows his wife all too well. This is exactly the sort of thing that Rebecca would do. But, and hear me out here, let's just pause disbelief. Let's just assume that this is a completely real storyline. His excuse, right, his story that he's just given her that it's his friend's wife, would be a really easy story to prove for a PI, wouldn't it? Surely all she has to do is ask him to pull out his phone and FaceTime his friend. Like, surely that would give her definitive proof one way or the other. It's not exactly rocket science, and yet Rebecca isn't willing to do that.
I was right. You were with a woman.
The fact that Rebecca and Laura follow me, it's really pissed me off. That I feel like she not trusts me.
I think, Zied, that's a very valid feeling. I don't think she trusts you. But given that the episode ends here, what else do we know? Like, is there anything on social media to suggest that this might have been it for the pair of them? Well, it has been quite some time, August 2024 in fact, since Zied posted a picture of Rebecca on his Instagram. It's not been that long since Rebecca posted about him on hers. Her last post with Zied, which also funnily enough included Laura and her son too, is only a few months old. It's from February of this year. Given the smiles on their faces and given that we know these Diaries episodes were actually shot a long time ago, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say somehow they managed to get over this cheating scandal. It looks to me like they are still together and they are still happy. But I guess we're gonna have to wait till the next episode to get closure on this storyline. Who's the blonde lady? Who's Zied secretly been speaking to in the middle of the night? And more to the point, what acting school has Zied been going to? Perhaps Rebecca might also benefit from a few acting lessons.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he's with a woman.